How's it everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how we built this modern planter box with a privacy screen over the course of a weekend. It might look like a big project, but it's actually easier than you think. Let's go! As always, the first step is measuring and cutting all of the lumber. I have a complete cut list in the description below, so you can follow along if you'd like to build one yourself. To start assembling the planter, I'm attaching the front slats to a 2x2 frame using 1.5 inch wood screws. Once that's finished, I'll build one side of the planter the same way by fastening another 2x2 to the side slats. Now I can bring everything together by attaching the front and side panels. After that, I'll build the second side and secure it in place. With the planter taking shape, it's time to install the vertical supports for the privacy screen. These pieces not only hold the trellis, but also help tie the entire planter together, making the structure much more rigid. I didn't get footage of building the back panel, but it's assembled exactly the same way as the front. Next, I'll install the center support for the privacy screen. I simply mark the center of both the planter and the support, line them up, and secure everything together with 1.5 inch wood screws. To strengthen the planter even more, I'm adding horizontal 2x2 braces across the inside. These connect the front and back together, preventing the planter from bowing outward once it's filled with soil. With the frame complete, I can flip the planter onto its side and attach the bottom boards. Now for my favorite part, the privacy screen. To keep the spacing consistent, I'm using a couple of scrap pieces of wood as spacers while attaching each slat with 18 gauge brad nails. Originally, I planned to run the slats continuously from top to bottom, but I ended up running short on material. In the end, I actually prefer this staggered design. It adds a little bit more character and breaks up the large wall nicely. With the woodworking finish, it's time to paint. We're applying 2 coats of a water-based exterior black paint to protect the wood from the elements and give it a clean, modern finish. Once the paint dries, I'll use some stainless steel U-pins to lay down some weed barrier. At this point, you can decide to fill your planter up with whatever you want. I went with a layer of gravel, then a layer of sand, and then a layer of soil. Finally, it's time to plant the ivy. This is definitely the long game. It won't cover the screen overnight, but after a year or so, it should create a beautiful living privacy wall. And that is it. I'm really happy with how this project turned out. As a finishing touch, I even added a small solar light so the privacy screen can still be seen at night. If you enjoyed this build, I'd really appreciate if you gave the video a like and consider subscribing for more DIY projects here in Japan. Until next time, mahalo and aloha.